Ready, break! Three!
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
Another carry for Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what. And he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage. And they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Here's the fourth-year man, J.K. Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Run down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because it took it away, right? So now you get them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Jackson now. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Hurt, hurt. Right there, hurt. Big,
in motion
big.
right, that's Collins. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll go right back to Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign, it's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans. Twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud sets up the play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Hey, smash Bronco.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So third and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Stroud keeps it, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside, nowhere to go in the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Ka'imi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out. Able to find Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Reports had him going to a lot of other teams, but the Ravens swooped in and surprised many by signing Beckham as a free agent. Didn't play last year as he recovered from a knee injury and gives the Ravens a weapon they haven't had at wide receiver in quite some time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go now, now. Go, Riggs, go. Jack Panther. Hey,
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Stevens there on the tackle. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Red Lion. Hey, guys. Go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We'll remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stroud on 3rd down now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a...
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
The kick is
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Jackson on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's good for 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
just going to run it here up the middle. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hey, middle. Report.
Play action. Now Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yeah.
Play action. It's Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 62 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
But for a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Texans 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now 2nd and 9. Stroud now on 2nd down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson,
and it's a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Alpha, sit on. 180. Sit on.
They go play action now. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They go play action with Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Will Anderson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Stroud off the play fake. That's caught again by Schultz. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Ready. Smash. Ready.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Here's Stroud. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Stroud sets up the play action. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
He's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
That one into the hands of Beckham downfield.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And running with power here.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball, cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painting the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Singletary with a good gain, and after 4 seasons and 3,100 yards in Buffalo, he signed with Houston this offseason. Welcome reinforcements for a ground game that was second to last in the NFL a season ago.
Let's go now.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hey, check that, street.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one and one of our early windows.